Really? Are you really going to interrupt my intro, you jerkbag? Hello everyone, my name is PythonGB and welcome back to the 4th episode of Kingdomcraft. I am actually in the process of making a tree farm area. Now the reason why we're doing this is so we can get a whole bunch of wood, because unfortunately we really don't have a good method of doing that just yet. So I am in the process of making an area where people can go ahead, plant down some trees and get a whole bunch of wood. Now obviously I'm trying to keep with the good old medieval theme that we've got going here by using the pathways we've got going here already. And well, as you can clearly see, I've got some little pods ready for trees to be planted upon it. Right. Now, in terms of why I have left a one space gap in between each of the little plots, the reason I did that is because I want to try and have as many leaves spawn as possible. Now, the reason why we want that, of course, is so we can have a higher chance of getting more saplings from the trees. So, I don't know, I just thought that'd be a pretty cool idea to go ahead and implement that little feature or thing, I guess. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but we have got a blooming incredible hail shower going on in the UK at the moment. It's absolutely insane. Oh, recording in a hail shower, because you know what? There's nothing can stop me. You can't stop this. Oh, man. Wait, can't stop this? Can't stop me? No, that's not the song. That's not the song, Python. You are being very stupid, sir. Right, anyways, let's go ahead and continue on with this. This really shouldn't take very long at all. In fact, this should be done within, I don't know, maybe just the first 2 minutes of the episode. It's a very, very basic build. Not technical by any stretch of the imagination. It's just basic there for people to build things upon it. And yeah, it's all good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Make the old fences go up here. I'm going to try and tidy this up, make it look a wee bit better as well. So don't worry your faces. Right, but just for now, it's more of a functional build. So let me just go ahead and chuck some of these little things all over the place. Of course, these are torches, so it's pretty cool. Alright, let's go over here. Chuck some here, one there, maybe one over here. Okay, and we'll have one here in the corner and over here and such. There we go. That should do the job pretty nicely. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And obviously, I do have some saplings to start off with. And I got a bit of an idea, actually. I could potentially put some chests here with sort of, I don't know, maybe like a superior lumber axe or something. Maybe some bone meal and saplings, you know, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, that should work out pretty well. So let's go ahead and start by putting some saplings in this corner right here, just to make sure it can actually happen. And I don't know, maybe one there as well, because obviously the elevation changes there. I'm going to put one over here as well. There we go. Now, obviously, people are able to put whatever trees they want in here, to be honest with you. So, you know, just feel free to do some things. Right, okay, so I want to see if this will work. Is this going to work? That's the thing about 2x2 spruce trees. They're so finicky. They're really, really fussy in terms of where they are placed. Okay, in which case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try placing them right there. Right, okay, that should be good to go. I feel like I should put something under these fences. I don't know about you guys, but I think that will work pretty nicely. Hold on a sec, let me just go ahead and chuck that right there. There we go, looking good. Alright, and I believe we have a bone chest inside of this new storage hut, which is, by the way, very, very awesome indeed. Also has some beds in it, which is very cool. So let's go to sleep real quick. And yeah, apparently I joined the game twice. Ooh. Don't know how that's even possible, but oh well. There we go. Let's have some bone meal. There we go. That's the one thing I love about dark oak trees. They really don't give that many tosses about where they're placed. They will grow wherever the hell you want them to grow. As you can quite clearly see, it's, you know, even if it's beside a fence, it'll still grow. It's freaking awesome. Okay, is this going to work? Hey, there we go. 2x2 spruce trees. Got some dark oak. No, dark oak's not going to grow there. Oh my god, dark oak is being fussy. Okay, maybe in which case I need to go ahead and fix this by putting that down here, maybe? Let's just try this out. Let's put some dirt down there just so it doesn't look too much out of place. Alright, and fence. And a bone meal. No, that's still not growing, is it? It's being a feisty little bugger, isn't it? Yeah, jerkbag. The thing is, I really don't want to make too many elevation differences or changes. I don't know, man. Maybe in this case, it's justified. Maybe I could do it and get away with it, perhaps. I'll tell you what, guys. Let me go ahead and see if I can figure out what to do with this little tree farm here. And I'll be back with you guys in just a little while. Alrighty friends, I think I've come up with a design which looks pretty cool and also kind of matches in with the old medieval theme which we're going for in this mountain kingdom. I'm just going through replacing the grass with the with dirt blocks because I don't think grass really works in here. So I don't know. I mean, one of the things I could potentially do is actually use coarse dirt for the old trees because I believe saplings can grow on coarse dirt. Not entirely sure, but yeah, it should work. But yeah, as you can see, we've got some little glowstone lamps on the floor just for a little bit of lighting. And I've also gone ahead and replaced the fences with cobblestone walls with these little sort of intersections in here. And, well, like I said, I've done the little elevation changes as well. And you know what? I think this looks pretty cool. I think this is a job well done, I say. Yeah. Right, okay, now, the other idea which I said I would do involves getting some chests if we don't already have any. Let's just make sure we do. Hopefully we do. There we go. 4 of them. All right, nice amount. I'm just trying to think. How's this going to work? How is this going to work? We'll have 1 chest for an axe and maybe the... 3 chests, 4 chests. I have no idea how many chests I should use in this, to be honest with you guys. Right, okay. So, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to grab a sign out. Alright, we're going to go over to the old tree farm. We're going to go over here. That's right, and we're going to go over here as well. And we're just going to quickly make some aesthetic changes. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, that can be opened. So I'm going to, like, say, I don't know, maybe the top chest will be for wood. And then bottom chest for saplings and the axe, maybe. Right, in which case, I'm just going to grab that. Right, okay, so... top chest, wood. That's literally all there is. Wood, logs, and planks. There we go. And I need another sign, which is kind of stupid because I don't have one. Alright, okay. Let's just chuck that right there. We're going to do this and a little bit of this action. Oh my god. Inventory is full. Okay, bottom chest. Okay, this will be for saplings and... axe is there we go. Sweet, nice. And then I could just go and chuck this in here. Yeah, that's what you get. Oh, I'm kidding. Obviously there's going to be more stuff in here eventually, but as you can see, what we've got here for the time being is just a couple of saplings here and there. And obviously this top one will be for wood. Now obviously there are 6 types of wood, which is perfect because there are 6 rows in a double chest. So yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why we can't just do that. And then obviously they can put the other wood in the other rows as necessary. But yeah, I think that is this build pretty much wrapped up. If I just go ahead and chuck some of these around, I think that'll sort out the old lighting issues around the outside. There we go. Honestly, not too fussed about things coming in here, you know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it gives an element of surprise if creepers come in and just blow you up, which I guess could be kind of annoying, but I don't know. I guess it's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Right, okay, so, also in this episode, what I want to do is I would like to start work on a proper crop farm building, because as you can see over here, I think Stal set this up. This is a very temporary farm, you know, just got some potatoes and wheat, which has been very useful. I'm currently living on potatoes, so, yeah. I do love me some potatoes, my friends. Potatoes are very, very good indeed. But I reckon this could do with a bit of a sprucing up. So what we're going to do is we are going to come up with some sort of design. Or I'm going to sleep in the idea. Try and come up with a design for a good old crop farm build house of awesomeness. And I'll be back with you guys once I've come up with something, hopefully. Alrighty guys, it has actually been a day since I did the last cut, so that's pretty interesting. Anyways, as you can see, what I've done is I have come up with the outside shell or structure or shape of the entire building, and we're going for this sort of eyeball slash oval shape. I don't know, it's something different, but hopefully we could still make it work, my friends. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on with what we are going to be doing. I should probably get myself a bucket, shouldn't I? That would be a great idea. Alright, let's go do that really quick. We're going to grab a bucket, we're going to put the water down straight away so we can have the crops going also straight away. Right, okay, so let's go in here. Water bucket. Alright, I'm going to need 2 of them, to be honest with you guys. Alright, I'm going to chuck that in there. I'm going to grab myself another water bucket. There we go. Alright, so let's go over here, let's chuck the old water in, and I shall explain to you guys what my plans are with this place. So let's go and put that there, Put that there. Now these can stack now, which is awesome. So we have a free inventory space to our name. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Right. Oh, too excited. Too excited. Calm down, Python, you blithering idiot. Right, okay, here we go. So here's the plan. Here is the plan. We are going to dig ourselves out 2 floors below where we currently are. So this will be the first floor, and the second floor would of course be down here. Now there is a cave here. Now I'm probably going to go ahead and scour the entire cave for all the ores and just dig them all out and put them in the chest somewhere. But it basically just leads off to a dead end. I lit it up so no mobs will spawn down here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, you know, utilize the space that we have down here. So, you know, that's kind of cool. Alright, let's go ahead and carry on with this thing now, my friends. Oh yeah, can't believe this is my first ever solo episode on the Kingdomcraft server. That is absolutely awesome. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, because I certainly am. I like the fact that we're doing collaboration so often on here. I mean, it really sort of enhances the fact that, you know, this is an SMP server. You know, you can play with other people when you want to. And no, I don't mean that in a dirty way, you dirty people. I'm just saying, it's nice to be able to do this thing, you know what I mean? It's just nice to... I don't know, just say to someone on Skype, hey, do you want to go ahead and record a little episode on here? And they're like, yeah, let's do this thing. And it's just brilliant. I love it. I love it very much. Right, I just need to try and figure out how this works. So, this is 3 blocks along, this is 2 blocks along, and then 2 times 1, and then it double backs on itself. Double backs on itself? Pretty sure that isn't even a phrase, but... oh well, I can make one. Oh boy. Right, here we go, and that will be the edge slash... angle slash edge of the room. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make up words that don't even exist. I don't even get it. Oh, right. This is the great kind of commentary you'll get while Python is trying to freaking commentate while building. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm so terrible. I really am. Right, okay. So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get the old water to go in the correct place. Alright, that's all good. I'm going to take out that bit right there. We're also going to go ahead and start digging out the rest of this stuff. And what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to do the rest of this just off camera, just so we can make a bit more progress. And I'll meet you guys back once we have the rooms dug out, my friends. Alrighty, guys, I think it's time for just a little spot of enchanting, and we're actually going to be using iron pickaxes, because I don't really feel like using diamonds, because I can't use diamonds because there isn't any. So it looks like we're going to need to go on a bit of a diamond hunt at some point. Now, for the most part, I will be doing the resource collecting off camera, because this is mainly focused as a building series, or this is a building focused series, kind of like building with BOO, but on a multiplayer server, basically. So yeah, hopefully you guys can understand that. Right, what am I doing? I need to grab myself some lapis lazuli, like so. Alright, I've got to be honest, I'm actually not entirely fussed about what enchantments I get. Now, obviously, things like efficiency would be very, very nice indeed, but if I don't get it, if I just get unbreaking, then do you know what? It is fine. Right, okay, let's go in here. This is the little secret enchanting area, which is now really not so secret. Let's do this thing. Efficiency 4. Oh, that's a nice pickaxe. Holy crap. Alright, another one. Unbreaking 3 by itself. Huh. Do you know what? That's not too freaking bad. Look at that. Unbreaking 3, efficiency 4, silk touch 1. I'm going to use the crappy one first, because I feel I'm a big believer in saving the best things till last. So that is exactly what I am going to do. But the reason why I brought you back in, my friends, apart from the enchanting, is the fact that I've actually gone ahead and I've dug out the rooms and I have placed all of the dirt down, which is awesome, because it means we're making a nice amount of progress towards getting this build complete. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there. We've got the wood already. Underground wood or underground stone? That is the question, the $1,000,000 question. Alright, so we've already got andesite. I guess it can't hurt. Oh, we've only got a tiny bit of stone, haven't we? Cracked stone brick. I mean, you would normally associate basements with stone bricks and such, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of that. I'm going to put some of that in there. We're going to make some of that into that. So polished andesite. We're going to get some of this out. We're going to get some of this out. And tell you what, let's just mix in some regular andesite just for the hell of it as well. Now, these are going to be the walls, my friends. These are the materials that will be used for the underground walls. Now, obviously, the rest of the building, the ground floor anyway, also needs to be done in this episode. And I will be doing them in this episode, so don't worry your faces. So let's go ahead and let's try to figure out a little wall design on camera with you guys. Let's see if we can find something that works. Now, normally with medieval style builds, you tend to go for sort of a more randomized look of things. I don't know. So let's go ahead and just start randomly placing crap down and seeing how it works. Here we go. Because sometimes placing random blocks is actually a very good idea. There we go. Wow. Do you know what? That doesn't look too bad, does it? Or should I go for a proper pattern? Did they really have like patterned walls in medieval times? I don't really know. Maybe I could try something out here. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do a different wall, for example. So let's go down here. And, alright, this one's already pretty much stone. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of it all. We're going to dig this wall out and we're going to put in some sort of pattern. And then we are going to decide whether we want a patterned wall or just a randomized wall. So let's go ahead and get this thing rocking, my friends. Alright, so let's try some andesite like so. Let's make it symmetrical. So on this side as well. Andesite, andesite, cracked stone brick, cracked, and let's do this, and this. Does that work? Huh. Maybe it needs to be randomized just a little bit. Alright, okay. Not looking bad, maybe we can have that one be normal. I don't know. I feel like roughing things up is a medieval thing to do. So you can see we've still got the symmetry, but we've also got an element of randomness, don't we? So yeah, you can see not entirely symmetrical, but we've still got these little things in the walls. Do you know what? That kind of works. I like that. All right, guys, we're gonna go for that design right there. Sweet, awesome sauce. All right, so let's get the rest of these things dug out, shall we? Hey. I am very happy with the progress we're making today, my friends. We have done a lot of things, and that's one thing I really want to clarify for this series as well. I mean, as well as me doing the mining stuff off camera, I'm also aiming to try and get as much progress made in each episode as I can. Now, the reason why I want to do that, of course, is so obviously we progress through the series, move on to other kingdoms and such, and yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. All right, so that's that wall done. So let's go and do this one. Now, I don't know how I'm going to make these sort of. I don't know how this is going to work. Boom, boom, boom. Andesite, rough. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can do the same over here. Something along them lines. Oh, boy. Okay, so we got the stone bricks pointing that way. We have that, and then these two. Yeah! Awesome sauce. Alright, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of these off camera, my friends, and I'll meet you guys back once we are ready to do the main building on the surface itself. And then, of course, we'll do the odd planting, and then we'll be done for the episode. So, yeah, meet you guys back in a sec. Alrighty, guys, so one of the things I actually forgot to consider is the fact that we need lighting in here, so that was kind of a derp on my part, and actually what it also means is I can actually go ahead and just start chucking in some lighting. So what we're going to do is exactly that. We're actually going to be putting them in these corners like so. There we go. Oh yeah, a little bit of lighting never hurts anyone, does it? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 little lamps on each floor because, you know, I feel like that'd be the best idea. There we go. Alright, and we're going to go up to this floor, do the same. I think there's an Enderman who seems to be taking a fancy to me. Should I be scared? I don't know, man. I did kind of hit an Enderman, but... Hello? Hello? Oh, you jerkbag! Stop playing hide and go peepsy doodles, you idiot. Right, okay, here we go. Just leave me alone. I have not done anything to you. Well, not in the last like 20 seconds or something. Right, okay, now, where are we going to put the torch? Well, not torches. Where are we going to put the lamps on the top floor? We're just going to do it in the same place? But then again, we're going to need some sort of source of redstone energy. In which case, how's this going to work? Maybe I could go ahead. Wait, this won't be visible below. Oh, no, okay, right. It won't be visible below, so we could do that. We could put them on the floor, which is kind of cool. So let's go and do the same over these sections here. Alright, and over this side, let's do that. Okay, we're almost done at this point, my friends. Wait, where the devil did the torch go? Oh, there we go. It went there. It's trying to get away from me, sir. It's trying to get away from me. Alright, here we go. And this will be the final one, of course. Boom. There we go. Torches and light for days. Okay, now we just need to figure out the actual building itself. So I'm thinking of a very, very basic style build. So let's go ahead and we're going to start by putting the main structure in just out of cobblestone. And then we will do the old medieval rough it up kind of thing. So let's go ahead and grab some cobblestone just out of here. I'm thinking of making the windows out of fences, wood fences. I don't know if that'll work, honestly. Honestly, don't know. It might work, it might not work, but like I said, that's the beauty of Minecraft. You know, you could just experiment to your heart's content, see what works, see what doesn't work. See? You just play, and you get better as you go along. I mean, I can't say I'm good at building, but I'd like to say I've got relatively decent, maybe? I don't know, maybe I'm tooting my own horn too much. Oh dear. Right, okay, boom, 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 boom. All the booms. So many booms. Right, okay. So this is pretty much the structure of the place. Let's go fill in these windows over here. And then we need to start working on the old roof. And of course the windows. Maybe iron bars will work. Iron bars. That seems like a pretty legit idea. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but I think it would be worth it. So let's go and put that in there. Right, what else have we got? We've got some glowstone we can put in there as well. Right, so let's go grab ourselves some iron, make some iron bars, put the windows in, and then we shall work on the roof. Alrighty guys, here we go, building the roof, and as before with the old animal little pen build we had over there, I'm going with the old rough it up, sort of randomly placing the old blocks trick. So let's go and do this thing. And hopefully this should work pretty damn well. Hopefully it should fit in with the old theme that we got going here. So let's do this, and let's just do a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and just, I don't know, just randomly place stuff in, I guess. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, now obviously this is going to be the first layer of the roof. I imagine I'm going to put one more layer in, just to give it a little bit of height and character maybe. So let's do this thing. Okay, and almost there. And there we go. Yeah! Sweet! Alright, and I'm also going to go ahead and start placing some of these things in, because do you know what? I think these could potentially work. So let's try doing it. Love seeing me work. Should I be scared of that, Stal? Should I be scared? Cheers, man. There we go. Oh, again, that's what I love about SMP servers. People can just see the progress you're making as you go along. It's just so brilliant. I love it. I love it very much. Alright, so let's go back up here. Now, we're going to need some slabs right here. So let's go ahead and replace these out. So let's put that right there. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Basically just doing the same again. Just roughing it up a little bit. Do-do-do-do-do. I love doing this. Okay, and we're getting there, my friends. This is very almost a finished build, and I've done, I wouldn't say the majority of it on camera, but all of the more major bits on camera, which I guess I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Hopefully you guys are okay with that as well. You know, it's just really the more sort of tedious bits, like digging out rooms and such like that. You know, those are the kind of things I'll cut out. And obviously, again, the resource collecting and organizing inventories. You know, that's not exactly the most fun thing to watch in the world now, is it? You got to admit, it's really not that fun. All right, so boom, and for the top layer, we're just simply going to use some slabs. The bottom half of the slabs, should I say? Because obviously, then mobs won't be able to spawn on top of here, which is awesome. Okay, so boom. We just want to make sure we don't have any kind of sort of patterns going, because then I think that'll ruin the look of the build, basically. So let's just randomly put stuff in once again, because that is kind of what you do with these kind of things. Okay. Ooh. I am elated. I am so excited to see this thing finished, as I'm sure you guys are as well. So let's go and do this thing. Oh, right. Randomly placing in blocks. Okay. And in there, and just trying to get this balance right. There we go. I think that should just about do it. Oh, look at this! It's a little farming house. This is so sweet. So I've also gone ahead and I've put some chests inside of here as well, just because I thought that would be a good idea. The only thing is, I think some inside stairs as well, just to sort of smooth this out a little bit. I think that'll work. So let me go ahead and get on with that, and then we should get on with planting the plants down. Alright guys, I don't know about you, but I think it is time to get this thing planted. As you can see, I've roughed up the building as I said I would, and I've also moved the cobblestone fences that were here 1 block along, just so it looks sort of more supported, I guess, and obviously so the light is a little more visible. Alright, so I guess without further ado, it is time to get this thing on the road, and there's something I just noticed. I can see the redstone torch. Ah. Ah-ha-ha, that's not good. I don't want to be able to see that. That's a bit of an eyesore. I'm gonna have to think of something with that. Maybe a redstone block thing that'll look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. It's a bit on the expensive side, but obviously redstone is still very, very easy to get, isn't it? So, I don't know, man. But let's go ahead and start planting these things down. I shall do the sort of itty bitty nitty gritty stuff maybe off camera, and yeah, hopefully we'll get that sorted by the next episode, my friends. But yeah, as you can see, we're just going ahead and planting these things in. Obviously that one's not quite full, so let's go downstairs. Let's do the next layer. I'm gonna do the sugarcane farm on the bottom, because that seems like it makes the most sense, I guess, because obviously I can have like rows of water, and obviously if I had rows of water at the top, they would fall down and that would look very silly. So yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, so good. So good. There we go. Alright, what's next? We have ourselves pumpkin seeds. How's this going to work? I can do these in rows, right? Kind of. Rows? Maybe if I do rows like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can go on this side and this side. And then I could just do them like here and then over here as well. Alright, so that'll be the pumpkin row. We'll have a melon row in the exact same formation. And then obviously we've got the other side, which will be the good old sugarcane plantation. Alright, so let's do this thing. There we go. This time I'm not entirely fussed about making the water go to certain places. It should all be good to go no matter what. So I'm going to go up really quick. Yeah, I'm going to go up. I'm going to grab some water just from this little pond right here. I'm going to place the water down, put the old sugarcane in, and that should be it for this episode, my friends. Oh, Krillic's in. Hey, buddy! How you doing, friendo? Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're not on Skype at the moment. Oh, well, they probably are, but I'm just not in the call. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. Almost done. Almost done. I'm so happy with this build. I really am. I can't believe I've actually managed to get this going. I am pretty elated. Here we go. Alright, so all we need to do now, my friends, is we need to go ahead and find ourselves some melon seeds at some point, but that will likely be something that's done off camera. But yeah, that is pretty much the farm building in its entirety, pretty much complete. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it turned out pretty great. I'm pretty alright with this. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, and of course you're excited to see more, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and of course you can subscribe if you want to know when the future videos are out. But for now, it is time for me to I don't know, just dance with Krillic. So, yeah. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.